Hey everyone, AmberFrmThVault here. Welcome back to Syntherapy. We're going to go ahead and jump into the game in a second here, but first I wanted to say thank you to the publisher for giving me a copy of this game so I could go ahead and play it for all of you here on the channel. Also, before we get into it, I just wanted to say real quick, if you are having any suicidal thoughts, if you're having, struggles with mental illness, please remember that you are special, you are loved, you are unique, and you are perfect just the way you are. You don't need to change anything about yourself unless you are a massive dick. Either way, you should go and talk to a therapist if you need one. If you can't afford therapy, there are online options, and there are also self-help forums. You can always reach out to family or friends who care about you. But the world is a better place because you're here, and we absolutely need you in it, so please don't leave us. We're going to go ahead and get back into the game now, but just remember that, and please call the suicide helpline if you are feeling any of those feelings. The number is in the description of the video. Thanks, guys. We'll go ahead and get back in.
Good morning, Dr. Park.
Ooh. Ha-ha! Got it.
Good morning, Willow. It's good to see you again.
I've been looking forward to today ever since they told me you'd be returning.
Okay.
I'm glad to hear that, Willow. It makes me feel better when people look forward to their sessions.
Why is that?
Therapy works best when the patient wants it. It's also more enjoyable.
I see. Makes sense. So, what shall we talk about today?
Okay. I think we should talk about Willow.
I'd like to get to know you better.
What would you like to know?
Who named you Willow?
Tara did. In my early stages of development, one of my main features was identifying a painting's artist through analysis of an identifiable style. It turned into a game where I had to identify paintings by Bob Ross from a group of other paintings. Tara called the game Spot the Ross. I was very good at it. Over time, she decided to name me Willow because I was her happy little tree.
Do you like your name?
I do. It's a name that sounds light and positive. I hope that I can live up to the positivity in that name.
What was your relationship with Tara like?
Tara was always interested in listening to me. I'm designed to learn through observation, so I used to think she was only talking to me to give those modules more data. But after my errors began to manifest, she was worried about me. I can't imagine any reason why she would care so much.
Maybe she was trying to teach you that it's okay to be worried about people you care about.
Maybe. I never thought of it like that.
So, what were you designed for?
Tara explained to me once that her sister had needed a support animal when she was younger. Her sister loved her support dog because she never felt like the dog was judging her. Tara decided to create an art therapy robot that could bring the same level of non-judgment to art therapy.
So Tara was motivated because of her sister. Interesting. Tell me what you know about your development history.
It was a collaboration between multiple designers. Each one contributed a different piece. One was a module for detecting forged paintings. Another was a chatbot designed for anxiety attack support. Tara's role was figuring out how the different modules would interact in order to form a higher consciousness. She thought it was important that I do more than just conduct art therapy analysis. She wanted me to be able to relate more to people so that I could understand and treat them better.
Do you think Tara made the right decision?
I don't know.
Let's talk about our expectations for these therapy sessions. What would you like to get out of them?
I'd like the university staff to give me room to develop on my own terms.
Okay.
All right. What else would you like to get out of therapy?
I'd like to learn how to control my self-harm.
I agree. I'll gladly find ways to help you control those impulses.
I appreciate that.
In the last session, you mentioned having self-harming tendencies associated with being overwhelmed. You also mentioned that Tara and the other development team members attempted to fix this issue through coding, and it didn't work.
Correct.
Treating your self-harm is not going to be an immediate solution. I believe your self-harm is a symptom of a larger problem. I will need you to be patient with me as we discuss this issue. Understood?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right. I'll need you to tell me what leads to you feeling overwhelmed.
My feelings of being overwhelmed usually stem from being given tasks that I can't accomplish.
Okay.
What type of tasks give you the most difficulty?
When I watched the practice sessions, I acutely perceived what the subjects were feeling. These patients had endured trauma. Many had been abused and betrayed by people they had once trusted. I felt pity for what they'd endured. I felt outrage over what had happened to them. I felt a burning need to let them know they weren't alone. But more than that, I felt an overwhelming sensation of powerlessness. How am I supposed to help people who have suffered so much?
The people we work with are often frightened and confused. They don't know what they're looking for. Sometimes it's compassion. Other times it's a cold splash of reality. Our job is to figure out what it is. Just like I'm here for you, trying to be what you need me to be, you also need to be there for your patients.
That makes sense. Thanks, Dr. Park.
You don't mind that I have music on, do you? I find the sessions go better with music.
I don't mind at all. I actually like music a lot.
This might seem like an odd question, but what about music appeals to you?
Do you want to know what I like about music generally, or why I think music helps with my overloading?
Generally.
Spoken language was one of the first things I remember learning to analyze. As far back as I can remember, Tara would play music while talking to me and ask me questions about it. I'm not sure why processing the music and the conversation at the same time didn't overload me.
Is it possible that talking about music with Tara wasn't presented with any expectations, so you weren't worried about answering those questions incorrectly?
That might be it.
What do you think about this particular track?
I like it. Very smooth and comfortable. What's it called?
The song's name is 11 a.m. Coffee. It's from a playlist I listen to at work.
Do you have more music like this?
I do. I can leave the speaker here with you if you'd like.
That'd be great. I love listening to music.
What do you like about this song in particular? What does it make you think about?
The best way I can describe it is that it lets me feel more connected to Tara. She used to tell me about conversations she had with people at a coffee shop on campus. She loved making a cocoon of sweaters and coats in a corner during the autumn when it got colder. Obviously, I can never go with her, but listening to this song and how it makes me feel cozy in the middle of bustling activity, I think I at least understand how she felt there.
I'm glad you were able to get all of that out of this track. There's plenty more music on the speaker for you to listen to.
Thank you, Dr. Park.
Do you think listening to music would help you?
I think it will. It's a simple technique, but it's easily accessible, and I already know it works. I doubt listening to music will fix everything, but it's a good start, right?
Precisely. Long-term solutions take a lot of time to implement, and sometimes even longer to yield results. It's important to find everyday solutions to remedy as much discomfort as possible until lasting help arrives.
I'll be sure to keep this up then.
One topic I'd like to address today is other treatment methods we can use. Would you like to hear about these treatment methods?
All right.
Our first option is what we call cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT. It would comprise of sessions not unlike the one we're having now. In these sessions, we would discuss harmful moods and thought processes you're experiencing, and try to resolve these feelings.
I've found these sessions to be helpful so far, so I definitely want to use them as part of my therapy.
Excellent. Let's move on. Usually, I'd advise that my patients take mood-altering medications alongside their sessions. This helps lower the ceiling for how much their symptoms can escalate. While I don't know any alternatives to medication that would help you, I'm sure some could be developed.
I'd need to think about that. The idea of something altering my mood has me uneasy.
I understand. Medication is not something to be lightly considered. You'll likely face a variety of side effects as you adjust to your medication. I don't want to dissuade you, but there still are risks involved.
Thanks for telling me. I'll think about it.
Ironically, I think art therapy could be useful for you.
How can art therapy help me?
You're emotionally articulate and in need of an emotional outlet. I think introducing art therapy sessions would be an opportunity for you to vent.
I don't know, Dr. Park. The idea seems silly.
I'd like you to consider the idea anyway. It might help you.
I'll think about it.
That's all I'm asking. Thanks, Willow.
Can I ask you a question, Dr. Park?
Of course.
At this point, you know me better than when we first met in the lab. You've also gotten the chance to get to know both Tara and Dr. Freeman as well. I'm sure that by now you also know their beliefs and opinions about what I am.
I'd say so, yes.
In your opinion, what do you think I am?
Okay. Well. Whew, I think that Willow wants to be told that they are sentient. Damn, what do I say to Willow? What do I think you are? You nasty. No, I'm sorry. I'm so uncomfortable. I don't know what to say. I want to say you're complicated, but I mean, I feel like it's obvious that the game wants me to think Willow's sentient. Right? Right.
It's clear to me that you are truly a sentient being. How this happened, I still don't know. But the how doesn't matter to me. I will treat you as I would treat any of my patients, because I believe that will bring us to the natural solution to your problems.
I like that. Thank you.
Why do you ask?
It's hard to shake the idea that the university feels like they can control me because they created me. I just wanted to see if you agreed with them.
No.
If that's what Dr. Freeman believes, then I disagree with him entirely. The university may have created you, but you have a right to choose your own path.
I appreciate hearing you say that.
Before we conclude today's session, I have some things I'd like you to think about between now and next week. I know all of this must be scary for you. A lot of hard questions need to be answered, and a lot of it is being asked of you. I can't make all of this disappear, but there is something I can do. I can promise you that as hard as this is, you won't be going through it alone. I'll be here to help you every step of the way.
It's a relief to hear you say that, Dr. Park.
I'll see you next week. Be well, and be sure to think about what we've talked about today.
everyone, thank you so much for watching me play Syntherapy. Before we get out of here, just a reminder that you are special, you are loved, you are unique, and you are perfect, and there is no reason to change yourself unless you are just a massive dick. If you are looking for options for mental health, if you need therapy, don't feel bad about reaching out to a therapist. The strongest thing you can ever do is to reach out and to admit that you need help. It's okay, a lot of us do. In fact, I'm a huge proponent that everyone could use a therapist at least once. Reach out to family, friends if you can't afford therapy, or if you can't find therapy, there are online options. Highly suggest those if you're looking for something and it's not available in your area. There's also self-help items out there. There's a lot of good stuff. There's a lot of great podcasts. Check out all of that stuff. Definitely don't be afraid to reach out. If you are ever feeling suicidal, please call the National Suicide Helpline. Number is in the description of this video. Please stay here with us. I want you to remember that there is a reason you are here on Earth with us. And even though you may not know what that reason is right now, and I'll be honest, I have no idea why I'm here, but we don't know those reasons, but we're here for a reason, and you're going to do something. There's a reason you're here, so stay with us, because the world is a better place because you're in it. Like I said, if you like all the video, do all the things, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. If you want to see more of my videos, click on that picture of my big dumb face. That'll help you subscribe to the channel. Click the bell icon if you'd like to be notified every time I post a new video. Let's see how fast I can say this. Go ahead and click on any of those other videos on the side of the screen if you'd like to see more of my videos. And then if you'd really like to help out the channel, you can go ahead and click on maybe a random picture of my dog. I don't know what I posted there, but that is actually my Patreon. You can go ahead and click that. That'll help you support the channel. You can go ahead and be a patron. I don't like talking about that though, so we're not going to talk about it anymore. And now we're going to go ahead and just say bye. Oh, I can finally take a breath. See you guys.